come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
But the middle ain't covered. Yep, that's what it's all about. The sticks is the first down marker.
Here we go. 120!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
This dude is about to run the same play for 4 quarters.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
There's 3 plays.
If you get strung out on the perimeter,
it's going to be 3 plays for 4 quarters.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Yeah.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And the 49ers first down.
He jumped into his bag,
Here we go.
huh?
Here we go, let's bring it. Well, fellas, here we go. Let's bring it.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
21. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let me find me a post.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch the slant.
On first down, Brooks. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out.
Was that cover for again?
Ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You know what's fucking crazy? I remember
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Y'all remember that
the
shit?
interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown.
I didn't know how to play nothing else. Nigga, I played D-line
They start
strictly.
1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right
Nothing
now. The
but the
defense,
D-line.
they're doing their job.
All
It
I ever
starts with the
played.
guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside.
Thank
He rifles
you.
one that's intercepted.
He was waiting for
Picked
you.
up by the
Why you
linebacker,
thinking
Jared
about
Davis.
that?
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, man.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got
Johnny
to
did
still
that
make
shit
the
to me.
right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
Yeah, that should be
Put it
pissing me
behind
off.
you, keep pressing forward.
That should be pissing me off.
I'm coming after you. Check, check, 22, check, cover. 22, check, check.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers 25-yard line. 57 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to
I think
account
they
for
should
now.
have, like
8
the
interceptions on the year.
offense that fucking monsters in
because
real
always
life.
think of center field.
Them niggas
You
should be
know,
able to
because
have
that's the
X
position
factor.
you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take
Like,
the ball
nigga,
out,
Laramie
he's
Tunsil,
right, they
he
range
should be an
deep
X factor,
and make a
man.
whole lot of great catches.
Like Mike
Line of
McGlinchey
scrimmage,
should
the
be an X
31
factor.
now on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with
Yeah,
Brady
Trey
on
Williams,
first
too.
down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
the former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, that's it. Get that ball. Get the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater got his man. It's Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
Check, 56. He's scared. Mike, 50.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try
out
and
there
find
with cornrows in his hair and
nothing
shit and
available there
getting
for him.
punched on the ice.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think
he's got daylight. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 17th touchdown now on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good gain there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check it back, check it back.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go, let's do it.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Slam, slam, slam.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position, and when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and
look at this, it's a fake. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Same shit. I ain't punting nothing.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second down, Bridgewater again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Go now. Hey, watch that. Check.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
65. X3, 218, chop,
They run again with Breida. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, exit. Don't be scared.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Black 80! Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
This is Breida. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 50 seconds to mine. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Orbit. Rabbit. Mike 56. Mike 56. We do more.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That's it. Motherfuckers like, man.
This quarterback now, 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%.
You have no idea.
But he does have a 1st and 10.
We're getting paid entirely too much for what we do.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They run with Breida. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4, now 1st and 10 again. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now it's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mostert. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's back to throw. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that.